Alright, everybody. Hey, how y'all doing? Um, I'm trying to get this phone stand to be able to give y'all a great angle, but I don't know how I did it the first time where it was stable, but once I took it down and moved the table, the phone stand seemed like it can't hold on this table. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. But welcome to the channel. This is going to be a uh-oh. Are y'all sideways or crooked or something? Let me see. Alright, let me just hurry up and get this done. Um, I didn't come on yesterday, y'all, because I started cleaning and I did not stop. So, for the past 3 days, I have been cleaning and throwing away things and doing all type of stuff. So, let's just check the energy with some cards. And we're gonna get it together though. Okay, we're gonna get it together. Make sure you check out the last reading that I did for you, which was Jupiter moves into Gemini, and that will be according to Vedic Sidereal, not Tropical Western. Shout out to everybody that has left a comment based on me releasing my calendar, which you see on the table there. I appreciate it, and to the people who have already purchased one, I really truly appreciate that. And I also ordered y'all a container to put y'all cards in, which is very, very, very much needed. And sorry about this. I'm looking for what cards I'm going to use because your cards is up under the table, and until the container get here one day next week, they will stay there. So I have like no quick access to them like I usually do. But I'm so glad that I got a lot of stuff accomplished. I didn't mean to, but hey, that's what you get with the sun getting ready to go in a Taurus first house. You start doing things around the home that you have put off and needing to get accomplished. Okay, so let's go ahead and just throw out some cards and see what comes out, and we'll be better the next couple of days. I had to wait until like the camera was active so I could see what it looks like. Okay, so I may have to pull out my ring light so I can get some height for you all. I haven't used it in like years. Probably ain't used that ring light in about 5 years, but we may have to go back to it. Not exceeding expectations, not soaring into excellence. So somebody's not exceeding your expectations. That's what you get. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. When you stop having expectation for things and for people, then you don't get let down. Okay, just as simple as that. Well, I expected them to be better. I expected them to reach out. I expected them to say we're in a relationship now. I expected them to do the right thing. Yeah. So somebody's expectations was not met. And now we have ownership. Like I said, you need to take ownership for that. I no longer expect anything out of anybody. Now, unless you have a child, okay, of young age, then they don't know no better. But at some point, you have to take ownership. A person has to take, show about that, y'all. A person has to take ownership of their actions. And lo and behold, we always want people to, we always see things in people that they may not see in themselves. And that's where the expectation comes from. Um, you may see potential for somebody to be your spouse, but that don't make them a great spouse. And then if you marry them and once you find out, then of course your expectations was not exceeded or met. Acknowledging your misdeeds and accomplishments alike and learn to love them as lessons. That said a mouthful. This whole first 10 minutes has been a mouthful. Well, I slept with them, so I expected for them to act better, act different, to be around me more, to call me more. Expectations. What else do we have? This came out what, day before yesterday, 2 or 3 days ago. Empathy in reverse. Somebody's not empathetic to your feelings. Again, a level of expectations. Well, I expected them to have empathy for my situation, or empathy for me, because I have empathy for them to help them in a situation, whether it's financial, materially, your feelings and emotions, your time, your energy, your effort, your hard work, your quick response, your conversation, you showing up. Healing the past. What's at the bottom? Being in the present moment. So I feel that this is more about being too much in the future as a level of expectation. Okay. Stepping into your future with strength and clarity, because that's what you're about to do. And I feel with a lot of you, it's not going to be with a particular person that you had expectations on taking with you. Okay. In reverse, stepping into stillness. This is what you're about to do. Your power is here to, in the majesty of the silence. So somebody is about to go ghost. Somebody is about to separate. So I'm telling you early. You're probably already seeing signs of it. Not so many texts, not so many phone calls. Not too many responses. So right now, I suggest that you start to lower your expectations before you get even more hurt, more misunderstood. That don't even go in there. Somebody here was giving something a try after a very long time. For some of you, may have met somebody, start talking to somebody, started some type of fling and or relationship. After you have been healing or a sense of separation, being to yourself, taking ownership, right? Mars energy. They could be Aries or Scorpio energy, especially as a rising and or moon. But Mars is in Cancer right now. Vedic sidereal, Jasti, not tropical Western astronomy or astrology. So, I guess it's where I'm getting all this energy from too. The sun going into second house of Taurus and Mars, energetic action, movement, energy, kind of forcing myself to. I don't know where I got the energy from. I was good to have 3 days off in a row, which they gave me for your mother holiday. Because I would have to work on that holiday, but they gave me 3 days off, and I really didn't even take advantage of it. I'm talking about I broke my whole king size bed down. I put a screw in it. Um, Unzipped my king size mattress. Washed the mattress cover. I have thrown away a lot of paper. I have reorganized. I have done a lot of things in the past 3 days, and I don't know where I got the energy from, but I'm glad it's done. Okay? Yeah, I had a lot of drive force confronting those tasks. So some of you, you may have some ownership of something that you may also is about to complete. Mars giving you that energy of fourth house Cancer, really paying more attention to your home, cleaning out that garage, putting some things together, getting out there, cutting the grass for people who have homes or townhomes. Um, it don't matter if you're in an apartment or living in a Winnebago, you're going to be finding some things to do regarding fourth house of Cancer, making your home feel more comfortable, reorganizing, redecorating. hmm Seventh house of Libra. Somebody here also can be Libra. But like I said, about taking the ownership, some of you really expected something to go is whether something is either going very fast or something went fast and it started dwindling out or is dwindling out. Something is going much slower. Now, it can also be the opposite where things were very slow, and because of Mars now that will be in Cancer, fourth house, like I said, I believe all the way up until July. I don't even want to reach for my papers up under here. But you may, somebody still may be healing from the past. Maybe you are too, but not as much as this other person, or can be vice versa. But your expectations may have been let down because you were ready to be in a relationship and somebody did not reciprocate or is not reciprocating. They may be taking action towards you um, regarding other things like procreation or intimacy, hookups, one night stands, and things like that. Um, Feeling very energized and have the drive force to contact you, but for some of you, still not giving you that relationship. Now we have Jupiter, like I keep speaking about, Jupiter going into Gemini in a couple of days. hmm Now we also got, it just reminded me, on May the 12th, we got a moon. According to the almanac, it's going to be called the flower moon. Okay, so, um, somebody's emotions is either going to be expressed or they're going to, because they gotten deeper, or somebody's emotions are going to uh, hide even more, okay, and not to be shown. But the energy here is showing that it should be a shift to something moving a lot faster here, you getting a fair deal, something balancing out for you. Seventh house also is not just about marriage and partnership, but partnerships when it comes to business, okay? Seventh house is about contracts. So even contracts regarding our resources, our government, um, money, deals, tariffs, all that type of stuff. Things are about to grow and expand. So things are about to look up. You heard it from me. We're about to start getting more fair deals because of the sun shifting into Taurus, and also um, Jupiter leaving Taurus, moving to third house of Gemini. Okay, which is people will begin to finally have the courage to finally make a decision and take action and make a fair deal, to balance, to cooperate. Okay. Oh, so now we got 12th house of Pisces here. See what I mean about large institutions? That also can be hospitals, jails, universities, colleges, and things like that. Um, Somebody may also have a family member that may be in jail. Somebody may get locked up. I hope not. A father, a brother, a spouse, or somebody that was dealing or living with somebody also may end up in a hospital or in jail or something like that. But I do see some type of large, overwhelming event, and the tendencies has been hidden. So it also could be that you or somebody here always had the tendency to want to gain either benefits from being with you, either by sexual contact, by the way you look, by what you drive, by what you own, how much money you make. Um, all of that is benefits. And please don't get it misconstrued. People do choose to be in people lives just because what they can benefit from it. And you may be also showing very much that energy of Jupiter around you, where that you're very positive. People can learn a lot of things from you. You may not even see or understand that you be teaching when you talk, when you explain things to people, when you point things out, when you help people at your job. You know, people can really see you as Jupiter energy, that you're a natural teacher. Now, this also could be because I see a lot of things, okay? So just listen to the messages. This is also somebody seeing that it's time for them to be in a relationship, most likely with you, um, and it will be a good thing for them, okay? It will take them out of their lack of faith. Um, it also will help to speed them away from the past. And it's time for them to take ownership, I see, of their feelings and emotions. Now, we're going to see what this hidden tendency is, because for some people here, somebody may already be becoming a father and or married here. Okay? Even though they may be trying to come into a relationship with you or messing around with you. This also could be this person may want to rush and get married. See there, Gemini. Mm-hmm. Told you, Jupiter moving into Gemini. We got 6th house of Virgo, and there go Aries. Now remember, 12th house of Pisces also is about endings. Okay, so like I said, about us and tariffs and food and product and produce and inventory, stock, wholesale, shipping, all of that stuff. Um, a fair deal is going to be made. Okay, so you don't have to worry too much longer about that, because it really was waiting on these different planets or energies of the planets to shift, regardless of what people say and do and things like that, because the energy of the planets that shift people. Yes. Okay. So all right, let's check real quick, what is this hidden tendency. So we got a little glare on the card. It's not too bad. I'm looking at it while it's on TV here. So the hidden tendency is, oh, so somebody wants to keep your relationship or whatever you're doing hidden, or if it was hidden, it may become public, or it may come out or be exposed. So somebody also here may give an ultimatum, especially if you're messing around and maybe a friend, a family, somebody see y'all out or something like that. Something here may get exposed after it was hidden, or if the hidden tendencies was to keep it hidden, the universe is kind of forcing this to become public, is about to give it exposure. And this person and or you may find the quickest way to do that. So let's just say you're messing around at work and nobody know. Okay. This person may try to use the quickest way to expose y'all relationship, and maybe you didn't know that they was gonna do it because the agreement was to keep it quiet. But because of this Mars energy being in fourth house, they're getting comfortable. Okay, they're got real comfortable here, and they're gonna be starting to put a lot more work into it or about it, and because of that, it get exposed. Okay, somebody may, I'm hearing, because I'm seeing communication here on Gemini. So somebody also may hear a conversation, y'all talking on the phone, and they put two and two together. They may see the screenshot of your picture on your iPhone walking by of a person, or you, the other person, vice versa. But like I said, if that's, it's a whole bunch of stories here. I also see if this person is married or is living with somebody or have some type of relationship, um, they're wanting to hurry up and get to marry that person to start getting some type of benefits from it. Well, I didn't ask what I was going to clear, but this is my Sag card. It's in reverse. The Archer. Yeah, the word careful in reverse. So something that y'all was being, or somebody here that was being very careful with something, it's about to be a uh-oh, a oopsie. And especially if this person is about to be outed to you in some type of way, their person can come into the public, okay, and they have no choice but to, let's say their person bring them lunch and y'all work in the same building or something, and y'all messing around, okay, and they kept communicating to you that it was over with them, but now it comes public to you. It also could be some social media here. Some type of post that you may see, whether you're following them or they're following you, or maybe you're just being nosy. But now we have something that's not a matchmaker. Something is not on a person's target anymore, and something or somebody is no longer the focus. And you may have questions. You may have questions about, you act like you're not focusing on me anymore. At first you were very fast and quick, but now it's kind of like you're slowing up, like you're trying to end it. The aha moment, the exposure, the discovery, the breakthrough, the enlightenment. Yeah, whoever this is or whatever this is, if this was your enlightenment first, your light bulb is going out for this person. Um, you thought it was a match or wanted it to be a match, but your willpower is stronger than trying to make yourself match with this person. Okay. And you may even start to say different things in your communication. Like if they call you, you be like, well, all right then. It was good talking to you. I'll talk to you in a couple of days. When usually it was like, okay, baby, call me in the morning when you get up or something like that. Some type of communication is going to change here. Okay. Whether you or them, and or this person has not received the breakthrough, the epiphany about the blessing, the granting of this relationship. We had this to come out the other day, yeah, about asking questions. You're becoming more clever and more curious. Some of you, you're even becoming more resourceful about finding different ways to find stuff on social media to try and see if they got a page, or you being Blues Clues here, Inspector. Yeah, you being Dora and Blues Clues. So some of you could be on that person's page, looking at their who's following them and putting two and two together, things like that. Look at there. Solo, foreign affairs. I told you about the tariffs and the shipping and cargo and all that stuff, right? Standoff. Yeah, somebody's going to start acting standoffish, and it could be you. Some type of separation here, especially if this person is in a relationship or is about to get married or living with somebody, and they told you maybe they were before but broke up, or maybe their other person came back. So now all of a sudden they're acting very estranged, very standoffish. I'm gonna put the tarot down. So we got the broom in reverse. You're not knowing if you need to clean this up, and then the Empress energy, Venus is in reverse. Now I still didn't look and see where Venus is. I thought maybe she was in Aquarius because she was in Pisces, but that was like 2 months ago. Patience, but ain't nobody finna keep having patience, Trust in divine timing. Your future holds something greater than your past, and then remember you got healing from the past. So if something that you've been doing ain't been working out, or it's becoming standoffish, clean it up, let it go. There go my Mercury retrograde card, Gemini energy for me. That's how I name that card. So look at that, partnership. Be very mindful in people's slowness. It may just be that they slow, especially if they did break up from something else. Who's to say? Maybe they really do want partnership long term. But maybe they are working a lot. Okay? Maybe they are very much working a lot because they do have that Mars energy within them, and they work. Okay? So you can't take that from nobody. And for right now, maybe partnership is not on their mind, but working is. Okay? So for some of you, this person may be ready by fall, or however long your patience may be for this situation. If it's not by Mercury retrograde, which I can't look at my paper right now and find out when that is and in what house, I will by the next reading. Okay? Or you can look at one of my older readings for the past 2 months, and you'll hear me say it then. But maybe they'll be ready to release whatever they got going on. Was more of their time would be free. Maybe they'll have something paid up with the 6th house Virgo here. This also could be you. But something here does need to fall off, and maybe this person is not very mindful that maybe you're about to release them, because Your patience and your Venus energy is retrograde. Okay, the volcano. Yeah. This also could be some type of fight and argument. Don't have to be between y'all necessarily, but it may also be between them and somebody else. Okay, and because of that happening, hey Goddess Retrieval, how are you? And because of that happening, with all of this Mars energy here, and then a volcano come out, uh, that can hurry things more along quicker than you thought. Gemini energy, okay? Especially with Jupiter moving into Gemini. Now, y'all know I am foresight and I see things, okay? So there will be another volcano erupting. When you see it and find out, you can always come back to the, hey, Miss Linda. Um, you said what now? Been trying to get my book. Oh, no worries, Miss Linda. You know. But unfortunately, I do see a volcano erupting here. Now, um, let's hope not. But y'all know every time these type of cards come out, it does happen within days, week, or by the next month. So when you, we're not going to claim it, but if you do see it, always come back to one of my videos. If you see it on the YouTube feed or on the weather or something like that on the news, say, hey Vesta, I seen something on TikTok. They said something about a volcano went off the other day or is about to erupt, and it hasn't erupted in a very long time. It also can be by the fall, one of the major volcanoes could erupt. Miss Linda, would you come back when this video is over and timestamp fall, a major volcano? Yeah, the ancestors, what, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, something is going to breach. The ancestors are releasing this volcano allegedly. So it can be in some type of very native area. Now we also see the Kundalini here. Um, some of you is like, you know what, I'm going through, and I have been going through a rebirth, and it's time for me to stop being still or to break out, to break free, wanting your freedom. This also could be this person. This person, ancestors, is actually helping them. So they can be a very cultural person, maybe an international type of person, like African, Nigerian, Kenya, uh, I don't know, Aztec, Mayan, you know, something very cultural. And they could have believed very much in their ancestry. But their ancestors here is giving them strong, strong guidance, and is making a lot of things kind of volatility in their life to get their attention about this rebirth. Okay? And your person probably don't even know nothing about cards and stuff like that, but they could be very much into their ancestry and that type of culture. But I'm looking at the hands. The hands is Hasta. Hasta is 6th house of Virgo. So ancestrally, it's time for this person to have a rebirth. Okay? So they could be like turning a certain age or going into a certain age bracket, like 39 going to 40, 40 going to 50, um, you know, 38 going about to turn 40 very soon. It's something like that that is telling this person they need to stop. They need to put the work in. This person also with the rabbit here could be really wanting children or to make a family and or get married. It can be due to their cultural, 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 culture, um, and because of what generations in their family expect of them. Because this person is a very hard worker. Where I think that they do a lot of manual work. They could also work in the food industry. They also can be, I'm hearing, working with crops, working a farm, working in the food industry, restaurant, whether it's warehouse or in the kitchen or something like that. Okay. They also can be a landscaper, a gardener, starting their own lawn company. But this person is also wanting kids. So they also, and I said this in the last reading, was it yesterday or day before yesterday? Somebody here may all of a sudden hear and has to go public that they're a parent or I'm a father. Okay? So something also here, they may not know the sex of it yet. Oh, that flipped very hard. But it may go public. A page, yeah, it's a child. Now, some of y'all may not even know what I'm talking about. Maybe half of the reason, but it's gonna come out. It's gonna come to the fruition here. Okay. This person also could have a child on the way by fall, or this person finally gets pregnant by fall. So this is somebody slept with somebody here. Page of Wands to the Four of Swords. Somebody has done the deed or is about to, and this will cause the vulvality here. This vulvality, the release, will make a new generation as a rebirth, as a birth. The rabbit. So this may linger on, and this is why this person and or you, okay, start to become standoffish. It's because they may be due in the fall or closer toward the fall, which is not actually too far away, because we're about to hit June, and not because time is going by so fast. So we're just really talking about July, August, and September. Okay, so this person, like I said, may actually have somebody pregnant by fall. This can be a worryation to you because that's maybe was not in your plans, because some of you, and I know this reading is not for everybody, but this is some type of news here. Okay. This also could be somebody from your past of why something didn't come together. The ancestors was trying to stop them because with this Nine of Swords here to the 10 in reverse, somebody wanted a child, but somebody else here I'm seeing didn't want any more children. Maybe they already had children that was already growing up, like in elementary school, you know, grammar school or something, and now here comes a newborn. And this person could already be generations here, going into their 40s, going into their 50s. It's nothing wrong with that, but this person is now stressed, okay? Because with the work card here, they could be trying to figure out how they're going to pay for this child, you know. Like I said, that may not be for everybody because everybody can't have kids. Everybody don't want children anymore. But like I said too, Page of Wands to the Four of Swords. If you had some type of close connection with this person, it's either stopped abruptly or it's becoming very spaced out. The Ace of Pentacles here is going to be a blessing So like I said, a blessing either of a relationship coming together and or news of a birth. Now, if this is just all your reading, you are about to take a break from dating. Even if you just got back out there and started talking to people and things like that, you're good on your own. Sometimes it take a toll on you, but I don't feel like it's something that you're as much worried about like you used to be, because you have healed a lot. Your patience during the time of your Virgo type of energy, the hermit energy, which is celibate, being alone, looking within, healing, gaining insight and wisdom and clarity, looking for answers. You've been fine. But if you did meet somebody and was interested in them, you could have been expecting a relationship too quick. Now, I do see that this person does want a relationship with you, but it's kind of like they're not they're not quick about it as maybe you would like. And I feel that for some of you is messing with your patience. Okay? Now, if a child is nowhere in this mix whatsoever, then the Ace of Pentacles here with Jupiter, something is going to be done and offered. Okay? Because I still see you interacting, willing to be interactive with the person as a Page of Wands. Um, if they say, hey, come on, let's go out, or do you want to do something, you're up for it. Page of Wands, you're like, okay, I'll get ready, or whatever. But then after it's over, even if this is an intimate connection, you stress because you like, okay, did I do that for nothing? Is this going to connect or go further? Or am I gonna have to cut them off too? Four of Wands in reverse. Yeah, because you're not getting the security that you're looking for by either the questions you're asking, and not getting, you could be getting page responses like they're talking around the answer. Okay. Somebody here also could be working very hard to get their own place, but it's, the funds are coming in very short, very slow, very little. So this person and or you is having to do as much as they can, but it's still a little at a time. And this is why they could be Nine of Swords to the Ten of Swords. Now, the Ten of Swords in reverse for me is not over. There it go, the Sun. Like I said, a child, a father. But it's also, leading into a sense of happiness. This is what I was saying about the ancestors, is forcing this person to take and to have a rebirth. But I think that they're not realizing that it's time for them to breach. It's time for them to breach some contracts, some agreements. It's time for them to move on from the past. You know, because this generation ancestor is leading this person into to be more comfortable within and about their self, to see joy, to seek joy and happiness for their own future. But they need to it could be that this person is working very hard for their future, but they need to live in the present moment. Okay? The Sun is for the future, but it's a lot more of the strength in the Sun in the present moment. You could say, well, I'm not worried about being happy right now. I'd rather be happy in the future. What sense does that make? The future is not guaranteed to anybody. So being in the present moment is you living your life. That's the joy. That's the vitality. That's the happiness. That's the brightness. That's the energy. Having fun, youthful, laughing, joking, going out, having a great time. You don't have to spend any money to go out and have a great time, right? You could go um, walking or bike riding or get on one of the little scooters and ride around like the young people. hmm It's like this person is sacrificing their own happiness more for the future and refuse to be in the present moment and receive the offer or the gift right now. So by rejecting or reneging on that, it's making it's making like their whole life uncomfortable. This also could be you. Like I said, I was clarifying the sun. It's kind of like this person needs to let loose, have fun, go get a movie, go get a margarita, or you know, go sit out in the sun. This person also could be, like I said, tropical or from some type of island or from far away. They could be with the volcano here. They also could be from Hawaii or some type of hot land. Okay, but they also could miss home with the Four of Wands in reverse to the Sun card. They could be trying to really work and get up some money to pay whatever they need to pay to go back home. Especially if they, again, it's not from the United States, but they're here now. They could miss home. hmm Let's go ahead and wrap this up. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here? See, they're missing a love offer because they refuse to let themselves be happy in the present moment. They rather be a Nine of Swords, Four of Swords. And your lack of patience is like, hey, I know I'm an Ace of Pentacles, but if you don't want this, you don't want me. I keep trying the Page of Wands to interact with you and to keep this going. I'm gone. I'm ghost. I'm finna start acting standoffish, and it's kind of over for me. You don't have to take my cup, Two of Cups. Look at there. This person also could be trying to avoid their feelings for you or to move this forward because they just came from a heartbreak. The 3 to the 4. Now the 3 is reversed, and now they're in the 4 of Swords. But they know that this is an Ace of Pentacle, great opportunity, Jupiter energy. And they think about it. They dream about it. They're stressed about it because they know they need to make a move because the offer you is not going to be there forever. Okay? And they could be stressing about money. I don't got my own place. I lost my place. I need to move. I'm not feeling comfortable financially where I'm at. But once you do align with the energy of Jupiter, all this stuff turned positive. That's what people don't understand. They keep trying to savor and save the moment for the future. But if you take action now with the Mars energy, while it's in the proper house to back the energy, okay, that's the opportunity, the ace. That's like, hey, they send you out an email and saying, we want to hire you. Are you available to come in the next 2 hours to come and receive the job? Bring your bring your resume, come dressed, and come talk to a supervisor or manager. That's a door opening as an Ace of Pentacles. Or are you going to be like Nine of Swords? Oh no, I have to think about it. Well, they're going to be like, okay, let's move to the next person then. The other person is going to be like Two of Cups. Oh yeah, I'm on my way. I'll be there in an hour. Boom. Door of opportunity. Some people be like, well, no, Nine of Swords. Can I schedule it for next week? No, because the opportunity, you have to move through this gate when the opportunity is there. I say you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. This also could be a job offer that makes or help this person to become very more secure. That also could be you. So if you have applied for some other jobs, keep looking out. Could be less than 4 weeks, 4 days, less than 4 months. We got the Six of Wands in reverse. Somebody's courage and willpower and lack of courage, willpower is gone. They're feeling defeated. They're feeling unknown, unseen, unrecognized. It could be also in at their job. They're unhappy. But hey, Reese, babe, how you doing? All right, let me find y'all a oracle to end it. Thank y'all so much. But y'all know once I get this stuff together now, it's gonna be cute. I can't believe that I have spent 3 days rearranging my whole darn house. We're just gonna throw something, one of these out, whatever I pulled. Okay. This is not the whole deck, and I'm not supposed to do this, but I know we're probably at an hour or something already. Let's get one for you and one for a future person, Ace of Pentacles, or a person you're already dealing with. I ain't trying to pull no card for no ex. Make sure y'all check out my calendar journal. The link is going to be in the description and also in the about section. It is a journal where you can budget plan, monthly budget, plenty of pages for notes, where you can write your feelings, your emotions down. I got a part for your vision board, goal tracker. You can keep up with your prayer writing. I got a business insert in there. And then toward the back, I also got, I put a little insert for some coupons. You can give them to your spouse, your lover, a friend. Y'all can go do some things. You can cut them out or you can tear them out and use them over again. Little pages for you to inspire you for some yoga positions. But yeah, make sure you check it out. This is a edit author copy, so yours won't have this here. They sent me this as edit proof to review. But yeah, for Mother's Day, I went down on the price a little bit. So you can carry this with you. Carry it to the pool. You know, pool side. Write in it. We need to get back to writing. Instead of so much typing on a computer, when you manifest and you're writing, it comes out more authentically. Okay? Because you're being heartfelt with your feelings and emotions. You're expressing. You're being creative with your writing. Okay? And it comes out more authentic and it expresses yourself. Write some poems on them note pages. You know? Create a project or a product. Use it as a diary. You can carry it to work. You can keep it in your car. Take it beside the pool. Chill. You know, sit there and put your sunglasses on and write in it. Give it to your young daughter if you have, or a little niece or something like that. Your mom also may like it because it's got grocery list and budget planner papers. But if you got it, let me know how you like it. Also, let me know different types that y'all would like to see. And I still got some more in the works. And let's see. Flexible and time to go. So flexible was your card if you're watching this. But, I mean, if you want to put it for them, you can. Maybe you're thinking that they need to be more flexible because you're finna go. But if you're saying that it's time to go for them, then for some of you, you know, I actually do see that. Like I said in the beginning of the reading, because they may be trying to secure a family. If you're single and have been single for a while, you may be this Nine of Swords, where that you're scared to commit, you're scared to move in together, you're scared to get married, you're scared to do something very too quickly. And this person may want all of this very quickly, and you may be like, well, hey, this is too quick for me. I'm not ready. I've been single for a very long time. Four of Swords, I've been on my own. I have to get back to used to being in a relationship. I thought we were going to date for a very long time first, but this person can be very much the sun energy, Mars energy, and that they're looking for partnership. Now, like I said, if they are dealing with something else, the ancestors is really urging this person to let that stuff go and move into the sun energy. Now, they could be a Leo. I got 1, 2, 3, 3 Leo energy here. Gemini is here a couple of times. Taurus, Gemini again. I'm sorry, Taurus and Libra energy. I got Libra twice. Don't have to be a sun sign. Definitely can be a rising and or moon. I got Aquarius, Sag, Virgo. Yep. Okay. I just wanted to see what that was. Yeah, somebody needs to open up and to release. Stand your ground, which is like Seven of Wands. Um, it's in reverse. So somebody hopefully is about to be a lot more flexible. Stop being so defensive and overprotective. Maybe that's you or somebody else. But also make sure you go check out my last couple of readings that also can give you some epiphany or some information. But the best thing I can tell you is ask questions. Don't be afraid of the answers. Um, because the communication is about to come, and it may come quicker than you think. And it may come out in a way that you were not expecting. But social media, the internet, marketing, networking, expansion, spotlight, exposure is here. So I don't know how that suits for you. You could be a person on YouTube. You can made your own book or some type of product or project. But networking, continue to market. Um, it's time to make it public. Okay, especially with the sun and moon. Um, that's gonna be opposing or it's giving great energy, the sun and the moon. So you should have released it on April the 30th, like I advised you to, when that door of opportunity was open. But right now, it's time for you to be in the spotlight. It's time for you to gain your success. It's time for you to be a little bit more out there and known. And you're going to have to be flexible, okay? Be flexible as the Page of Wands. Stay ready, so stay ready, because somebody also may ask you out here. It may not be the person you're thinking about, but it can be something new, okay? Thank y'all so much. I appreciate all the likes. Thank you again, Reese and Miss Linda, to my moderators. Thank you for the new people who came in, and I will see y'all in the next one.